Hey guys, Pastor Tanner here, coming at you with another monthly roundup for Logos Bible Software. This is for July 2024. This is where I just look at the sale page that month. I'm looking at all of the things that I think are valuable to pick up, what I'm interested in, plus ones, free books, all of that good stuff. Now, if you are a Faith Life Connect member and you have not yet redeemed your 3 free ebooks, I have a really hot tip for you. I'm going to have it at the end of the video, so please stay tuned. Now, the first thing I want to note up front is that there is a code, Summer Savings, all caps, all one word. This gives you 10%, 13%, or 15% off your total purchase, depending on whether you're spending $100, $200, or $300. Now, the nice thing about codes like this is they stack. So if you're already buying something that's on sale, you can put this code in and you'll get some additional cash off as well. If you can stomach making a $300 purchase before July 9th, that's when this code goes down, then that's going to be super valuable. You get 15% off on your entire purchase. Now, the second thing I want to note is that they are promoting this month as a commentary sale. In particular, a best commentary sale. Now, there is a website called bestcommentaries.com. I think that's where they're essentially getting a lot of this information from, and they're going through that list and identifying what the best commentaries are for every given book of the Bible, and they like to put those things on sale. So here's a good month to cherry pick commentaries if you're only interested in picking up individual volumes. Now, in this sale, there are over 450 commentaries. They're on sale for up to 50% off. I saw most of them for about 30% off. Some were 20% off, some more, but 30% seemed to be about the range that I saw most of them for sale at. Now, if you like the idea of cherry picking commentaries, but you're not really sure which ones you want, you might want to utilize a resource like Tremper Longman or D.A. Carson, their New Testament commentary survey, their Old Testament commentary survey. This will give you an idea from a biblical scholar, an expert in the field, what the best commentaries are for individual books. But if you don't want to do all that research, Logos is usually cherry picking really good commentaries from bestcommentaries.com. All right, that's enough for the big site-wide sale. Now let's go ahead and look at the free book of the month and all of the plus ones. Now remember, on the Logos side, they're doing a free book of the month twice per month now. They switch over on the 15th. So if you want all of the free book of the month offerings, you need to check twice during the month. Once during the beginning and once towards the end. Now, towards the beginning here, it looks like they're focusing on B and H as many of their offerings for their free book and their plus ones. Now, as for the free book, it's the Biblical Expositor. It's volume 2 of a 3-volume set. Carl Henry is the editor, so that's pretty nice. And this resource reminds me a little bit of a similar resource by W. Robertson Nichol. I really like that one. It's actually prioritized pretty high in my commentaries. And what these are is they're an assimilation of other authors, kind of putting together their thoughts. The big difference here is that it looks like each individual author grabs a big section of the Bible. Some of these are more historic preachers or pastors, but you better believe that Carl Henry is trying to put together some of his best thoughts from these commentators. As far as the plus ones, I thought this was interesting. Selections from Spurgeon's library on prayer. These are historic works that evidently Spurgeon rated really highly. Nice to have them all collated here. You probably have all of these works elsewhere in your Logos library, but here they're all brought together under one banner. Might be worth it for $6. You've also got a couple of commentary offerings, again, from B&H and Holman, and I especially like the exegetical guides that they put out. These are nice little accessible exegetical guides that are really helpful in your in-depth studies. Now, there's another interesting resource here called the Bible Toolbox from Cribb and Chrysler. Wasn't aware of this one before. It looks like it gives a lot of background information on individual books of the Bible. Maybe it gives you like a checklist for how to do parable interpretation. So it looks really interesting as kind of a tool set to help you do your own biblical study. Again, I said mid-month, they transition into a new free book and new plus ones. The new free book mid-month is going to be Revealing Jesus as Messiah, and there's also going to be a couple of commentaries that are out there as well, one from the Mentor commentary series and one from the Focus on the Bible commentary series. All right, getting into the Verbum offerings, these offerings are very interesting. There's a variety of good-looking titles. It seems to be primarily focused on St. Francis of Assisi. However, there were 2 books that were of particular interest to me. One was on Christian mysticism, and the other one was by Thomas Merton. I thought this was really fascinating because both of these authors are of interest if you liked my Lectio Divina video, and so these might be worth picking up. I myself picked both of them up. As for the free ebook, I already had this one in my library. This is by James Merritt, 52 Weeks Through the Bible. To me, this is just another devotional book. There are a lot of these on the market. These are like a dime a dozen these days, but a good devotional is really helpful, and this one looks pretty good. Not many of the other ebooks captured my interest. Ron Rhodes' Key Ideas Bible Handbook looked interesting to me. It had me intrigued but otherwise I'm passing on the majority of these. Now, as for the free audiobook, it looks like there's several works on evangelism, apologetics, and cultural engagement. The free book is How to Know God Exists, Josh McDowell and Thomas Williams. Looks interesting from an apologetics perspective. And not only that, I could not pass up on this book regarding deconstruction in Christianity by Childers and Barnett. I actually have a video on this topic itself. I'm very intrigued as to what they have to say about it, so I picked this one up so I could listen to it on my commute. All right, what is our topical spotlight for the month? This is Sin and the Problem of Evil. And if you don't know, what they do is highlight a bunch of books that are in a similar category, and they usually put them at like 30% off or so. This is a great time to selectively add any of these individual books to your library if they have been on your wish list or something like that. I didn't pick up anything here, but if you're particularly interested in this topic, might be a good month to grab a few books. All right, the author spotlight for the month is Gerald Bray. He's an Anglican research professor and historical theologian. He has about 18 works that are available here on sale due to the author spotlight, and he also has a mobile ed or two on the history of biblical interpretation. Now, I haven't read it all, but I remember when God is Love came out in Logos by Gerald Bray, and it's a biblical and systematic theology that he put together. It aims to be relatively accessible and undogmatic. Right up front in the book, he emphasizes humility, and I really appreciate that. So I think you're going to like Gerald Bray as an author. The publisher spotlight for the month is Erdman's. They have a lot of really well-known works: Theological Dictionary, Old Testament, New Testament, and the New International Commentary series. There are also some serious collections up for sale this month from Erdman's, 40 to 50% off, which is pretty nice. Now, Erdman's is pricey to begin with, but you're often looking at pretty serious modern monographs that are well-researched and studied. At the end of the day, if you pick up some books in one of these collections, you're kind of getting like a $14 monograph for something like $8. That's still a good deal, but you may want to be selective about what you're adding because it's not like they're selling the books for pennies. All right, guys, what did I get for my Connect Plus 3? Well, first, I got the Theologica Germanica. This was evidently a favorite of Luther's. I believe the book was anonymous, and he found it and had it published, and he said that it's very helpful in your walk with Christ, so I wanted to pick this one up. I also really like Alexander McLaren, so I got his Sermons Preached in Manchester. But this third one is a doozy, all right? I want to show you a little trick that I found. Buried in all of the free ebooks was the Kommentar zum Neuen Testamentum. This is from Strack and Billerbeck. Now, here's the thing. It's in German. Now, Logos has been translating these into English, but only volumes 1 and 2 are out at this point, and they've been very expensive. This one is very expensive as well. But even though it's in German, you can use the translate feature in Logos Bible software to actually translate it directly into English. So if you open up the translate window, even though you don't speak German, it can actually be translated into English for you, and you can read through it. Why is this valuable? Because even at $150 price tag for the German version, it is counted as one of your Faith Life ebooks that are available for your Connect Plus 3. You can get it for free if you put it in your cart this month and use your Connect code. This gives you the 3-volume Strack and Billerbeck commentary, which goes for hundreds of dollars for free, so long as you utilize the translate tool in Logos. See, I told you would not be disappointed if you waited till the end. Thank you so much for supporting us here at Pastor Tanner Biblical Studies. We appreciate all your love and support. Please do not forget to utilize my affiliate code down below. All you have to do is click the link. It associates your account with mine. Lets Logos know I sent you. Gives me a small commission. Thank you so much. We'll see you again real soon. Take care. God bless. Bye.